Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. In today's video I'm going to show you my top 10 favorite plants of May. I actually filmed a little unboxing and I thought I was going to upload on Sunday. That was like my regular scheduling before, Wednesdays and Sundays. But then this weekend was like crazy busy again. We had like a really amazing May Day fun fair in our little town that we live in, and it was like their 150th annual celebration, and there was just like food trucks and fairs, and it was just down the street from us. And because of the pandemic, since we moved here, they haven't had a chance to put that up yet. And then after the fair, there was like a parade right on the street around town. So of course, like we really wanted to check it out. And then we were rearranging our downstairs space. This is kind of the reason why I only have 5 plants to show you. Like I brought here to show you guys here in front of the camera, and then I'll bring you guys downstairs to the living room to check out the other 5 plants that's on the list. Because like of the way I used to keep my plants, they're really like super cramped together, and that's so pretty much like the case for many of my plants. That I still like would like to be able to let them have their own space, so the blank space can really showcase their beauty. But because I just like love so many plants and have so many at home, they ended up sitting really close together, and it's really hard to see their individual beauty. That's why I think I just love visiting with them and like photographing them to really appreciate them as an individual. But I also love, you know, like being in my grow tent and getting that feeling of being in the wild and looking at my terrarium, feeling like I'm in the rainforest. There's just like things everywhere, so many different colors and textures and shapes. I really like that too. Yeah, so it's just harder for me to appreciate each plant for their individual beauty and like for them to be like a decorative element in my space. But I have actually moved most of my plants upstairs to this room. As you can see, the shelf is here now because it's the warmest room, and now the living area has less plants. Still lots of plants, but less plants. But because of that, I have been really able to appreciate certain plants that have been sitting there for a long time, but I haven't really been able to look at them and enjoy them. But now that they have more blank space around them, I've been looking at them and really admiring them. 5 of those plants are downstairs in the living room, and then maybe I'll show you guys the daybed too. I really like it. I am just babbling. Should we just get looking at the plants? Yeah. Okay, we'll look at the plants that I brought over here, and then we'll go take a look at the plants downstairs. All right. The first plant I want to show you, maybe I'll just show you this one that is a repeat, what is the word I'm looking for? It is a plant that I've shown you guys so many times. It's been on the list probably most of the times that I've done this kind of video. And but it continues to grab my attention and my appreciation throughout the month, every month, pretty much daily actually. So here is the plant. This is my beautiful Philodendron Florida Beauty. This is the newest leaf, and then it's working on another new leaf. A long time ago, I don't remember if you guys remember, but it was staying, I think 1, 2, 3, just like these lower kind of smaller leaves was staying like that for a really long time. I think it didn't take me cutting it very kindly, so it kind of stunted its growth for a really long time. And then, but after it started growing, it just has not been stopping, and each leaf is just bigger and more magnificent. So like this was the first leaf that emerged after a long drought, and then it gave me a beautiful half moon leaf, and the other leaves has been just so gorgeous. Look at this. I'm so like, it's such a beautiful leaf. That's like, and the lobes are more mature, and the variegation is amazing. And then this one is the newest leaf. I just love it. The variegation on this one. I really appreciate the yellowness of the variegation of Florida Beauty. I like many variegated plants, but yellow is just like, yeah, I really love that in variegations. That's why I've been like pining after the variegated biliate type, but it's still a plant that's just like a dream that like I said before, I'm in here for the long haul. I'm just here waiting for one day that it becomes like something that is, affordable for me. Yeah, anyways, so that's the first plant, my Philodendron Florida Beauty. The way I care for her, I had just like, this is so bad. Like I just had put like a plastic casing over the moss pole to lock in the humidity of the moss. And as you can see, like, can you see? It's not focusing here. The aerial root is already like, I feel like it's attaching to the moss pole much more willingly now. But it sits in my grow tent anyway, so it has been doing really well. Oh, here you can see like the aerial root is growing out of the back. It's here, reaching down here too. So I've recently just added this casing on the plant after like changing a lot of my plants to the lazy moss pole style that Charmine from Unplanned Parenthood gave a tutorial on. Again, like last time I said I would post the link to her video and I forgot, but then I added to that to my video, and I will try to remember to do that again. It's just been really, really helpful. I've pretty much switched up all my climbing philodendrons to that style of moss pole. Case in point, maybe I'll just show you next. But for the Florida Beauty, I keep it in the grow tent and it's pretty much away from the light. I feel like if it's right underneath the light, the color of the green bleaches out, and I don't like that. I like it to keep that dark green color to contrast the beautiful variegation. I don't water it very often, maybe every week and a half, because it's so humid in the grow tent. But I do, every time I go in to like water plants in smaller pots, I will try to wet the moss pole. And it seems to be just really happy and growing really well. So the next two plants I have used the Charmine's lazy moss pole method, and so now I'll just show them to you guys. This one is for the next two plants, I wasn't very interested in them before because I was always more interested in like huge plants. But since I started really enjoying my terrarium, I've been like seeing these two plants a lot more often in other people's terrarium setup. So I started to really want them, and I was able to find them locally, so they didn't have to be shipped. I was really happy about that. Anyways, the first one is the Philodendron burleymarks Fantasy. Oh, so the way Charmine puts it together is much prettier. I kind of just tape it together in the bag. It looks really horrible. I'm just like, I have so many to do, and when I want to do something, I quickly try to get it done, so then I end up doing something that I regret later on. I probably should have taken it slower and like making it look nicer. But anyway, so this is the lazy moss pole. But isn't that plant so beautiful? It's working on, this is the first new leaf that it's working on for me. I actually had this plant before. Tony had it and he didn't like it anymore, so he gave it to me. And I put them in my terrarium, but it was during the colder time and I wasn't very experienced with taking care of plants in the terrarium, and I didn't put it in a spot where it can breathe enough and also it has enough light in the terrarium, and it kind of all just died. All the cuttings I threw in there. I'm still kind of hoping that one day I'll be surprised that one or two will pop up. It's still possible. Because philodendrons, I find that they're so crazy resilient. Like a chunk can survive in no light and like in some wetness for so long and then sprout something. So it's possible, but I couldn't wait. I just love it so much, and I got this baby. Hopefully this setup will encourage it to grow fast and bigger. I think the silveriness is so beautiful, and the subtle venation that's kind of looks like a little ladder or the rippling of water It's so gorgeous. Yeah, I really love this plant. Okay, so the next plant I also found locally, and I couldn't believe my luck. It's a bottom cutting, and she posted it for $18 for people to bid, and nobody bidded on it. And it was so gorgeous and so big. So then I asked her if I could have it, and she ended up being somebody who watches my video, and she was really happy to give it to me for $18, which thank you so much, Mimi. The next plant I want to show you is the Philodendron gigas. Look at that. I really had no idea how beautiful this plant is before I saw it in person. I just thought it's a kind of wilty looking melanochrysum, but it's not. But it really is like, it's the velvetiness is a little bit thicker and there's more sheen to it. Ah, so beautiful. Can you believe I got this for $18? I'm still like cannot believe my luck. So I set it up in here. It actually was already on a moss pole, but I just want to give it the lazy moss pole because I'm a true believer. Yeah, so it's already got like roots along this on the stem. It's so ugly in the back. Roots along the back, and hopefully it'll start to work on a new leaf soon. But so pretty. And the person who took care of this gave me the tip to just not give it too like bright lights, so for the foliage just stay that beautiful dark color. All right, I think I'll go quicker for the next few. And the next one has also appeared in this on this list before, I'm sure. And I really love this plant. I had recently posted it on my Instagram, and sometimes I choose to not share my Instagram posts to my Facebook because my Facebook just has a lot of like just my family and friends, and not many of them like care about my plant content. But sometimes I forget because like Instagram just like wants you to share it, and I forget to like click that off, and then it gets shared to everybody and on my Facebook. I was surprised how many people, like my family and friends, responded to this plant saying how beautiful it is. My cousin's like, you should mass produce it. Yeah, I wish. The plant is Oxalis corcorium bosa Oreo reticulata. Yeah, I'll put the name, of course, in the video. And this is the plant. And I truly love this plant. I actually have a fascination for Oxalis, but this is just so beautiful. And the bag is just like slightly pink. But yeah, the venation is just out of this world. I actually don't think I've seen this one flower yet. This plant, so I got some corms of this from an Etsy seller, and he no longer lists this his corms anymore, and I have not been able to find it anywhere else since then. Yeah, and I would love to have a bigger pot. I would love to be able to share this plant, but it's just still such a tiny plant, and it is so thirsty. I find Oxalis to be very thirsty. It's like light loving and also extremely thirsty. Originally, I thought this is a bigger pot, so it should be okay. It's like so much more potting medium, but it dries up so quickly. I ended up have to like put it back into a plastic nursery pot. And now that I have moved it upstairs to the warmer room, it's just one day I came and find like all of the leaves were like so wilted. I had to cut off like 90% of this plant. I was really sad. But then the week after, like all these new leaves popped up. So it's really actually very easy to care for. It's just thirsty and it likes light, and it's very beautiful. And I'm just hoping that it'll just grow, and then one day I'll have enough to like take some corms out and start another plant and to like be able to share it. So pretty. Okay, so the next plant I want to show you guys, this is the fifth one, and then the last one I am going to show you in front of the camera when I'm sitting here, is a plant that was gifted to me by my brother Anthony. You guys have met Anthony. I know he hasn't been on my video in a long time. Yeah, he's just been really busy actually. Anyway, so this is the story of this plant. I actually talked about it on my Instagram. So Tony has this cat named Bubba. Bubba's back legs don't work. He walks by like dragging himself with his front legs, but he is super curious, super affectionate, and very handsome. So Tony has this cat. It's like actually his ex-girlfriend's cat. And his ex-girlfriend moved back to a different country and left the cat behind with Tony. And actually Tony, he loves his cat to death. Anyway, so like he is in this plant group, and then he's really like talking to the plant group a lot, and they know about Tony's cat. And then I think this woman who won a prize in this plant group, which is like this plant, and she decided to gift it to Tony because of how amazing his heart is. And then he received this plant. He was so grateful, and he took a leaf cutting and propagated it, and it turned into a little plant, and then he shared it with me, and I just love it so much. And this plant I'm talking about is the pink lady Peperomia. I have admired this plant ever since the beginning of my plant journey, and I've tried to import one with my friend, but it just like was not variegated, it was not splashy. But this is so beautiful, and I don't know if the camera is capturing it. Not only is it pink and variegated, but it also has like this like sheen to it. So it's like a little bit like a pearly texture and like light to it. It's like a pink pearl. It's just so gorgeous. And yeah, and the plant just means a lot to me because of the story, and it comes from Tony, and it just represents his beautiful heart, and I love that. Anyway, so like I've talked long enough here. Let's just go look at the plants downstairs, and then we'll say goodbye. Okay guys, so this is the daybed that I really love, that I was telling you guys about. I have just put a headphone on Wolfie so we can get this filming done quickly, and then yeah, and then I can play with him. Okay, so the first plant that I guess I want to showcase is this big beautiful Philodendron Manarum mottled. It was on a plant shelf and I could barely see it. And one of the reasons why I love this plant so much in the first place is because of the shape of those leaves. Sorry, it's so high up that it's kind of hard for me to get a closer shot. Most of the variegation has actually left this plant, but I'm just really happy that it's now sitting in this spot, and I can really enjoy that beautiful leaf shape that I had originally fell in love with. And then the other plant that I wanted to highlight is this new leaf of my Philodendron Palmanii. Palmanii, I find it to be a thrift magnet. It just, I don't know if it's because of these like ridges. It's really easy for them to lay eggs in there. But so a lot of times the leaves just like turn ugly, and then I have to deal with it. But then this recent new leaf has just been super gorgeous, and I've been really enjoying looking at it. Yeah. And then, so that's two already. And then there are a couple in the terrarium that I really want to highlight. You guys know how much I love my terrarium. One of the first plants I want to showcase is my Philodendron, no, not Philodendron, the Passiflora trifasciata. This was my wish list plant for a really long time. And oh my goodness, look at this. The vine went through its own leaf. What silliness. Look at that. that's not good, guy. That's not how you climb. I will have to unthread that. But this was my wish list plan for a super long time. And when I first got this plant, it acclimated terribly and all the leaves fell. But I just planted it into the terrarium and they have started putting out quite a few leaves. And I just love those duck feet leaves. I've seen photos of them, the pink stripes in the middle being like so much more vibrant. I'm not sure if it's being exposed to more light or less light, but I'm not gonna test with faith. I just, as long as it's putting out new leaves, I will be very happy. And then the next plant that is my favorite in this, one of my favorites this month is oh, it's gonna be hard to see, is this micro begonia. I planted a small one here to get it to sun stress, light stress. Look how red it got. I also have another cluster right, hold on, see if I can zoom it in. Right in there. There you go. And I just adore them. There's this, maybe I'll insert a photo. It's harder to see it from the camera. It's just, there's like this beautiful intricate pattern to the leaves. And when it was not so close to light, the leaves were really green. And now that it's been closer to the grow light, it's turned this like kind of coppery color. 3, 4. The last one that's down here, actually should always highlight this guy. I just can't get enough of this gloriosum. It has been sitting outside of the grow tent for week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, and this new leaf actually hardened off outside of the grow tent. So I think it's doing okay. And this is one of the offshoots from this guy, and this unfurled outside of the grow tent too. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Look, this is the second to last newest leaf on this branch, but this leaf came out of that guy. And then there should be another grow point right over here. We should see what it does. But I love gloriosum, it's so gorgeous. And I love how it is in this space. So pretty. But that wasn't really, the one that I really want to highlight for today is actually my ficus tenacae. Because I have the daybed now, so I could just like sit on the daybed and look at the plants in this corner. And this guy, I've had it, this is my longest, the plant that I've had for the longest. And it is just such a beauty. Sure, it's got its imperfections, like, look at this, babe, look at this. But overall, especially when the sun is hitting on it, it is absolutely stunning. I love this plant, and it's just super easy care. Yeah, the most I do for it is just like once in a while, I like to like clean the dust off of its leaves. Because especially it doesn't have that much green, I want it to be able to photosynthesize better. Yeah, there you go, guys. Those are the top 10 plants. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the plants that I showed you. Let me know which one's your favorite, or let me know what's your current like favorite plants that's like really capturing your heart, bringing you so much joy at the moment. Okay, I will see you guys soon again. Bye.